A new Chicago Fire episode features the return of Captain Tom Van Meter from the Office of Fire Investigation. Anytime we see Van Meter from OFI, we can assume an arson investigation for Kelly Severide, played by Taylor Kinney. There haven't been many arson cases this season, as many of Severide's storylines have been about his brother, Jack Damon, or adopting a kid with his wife, Stella Kidd. Damon was seriously injured during the last episode, one that also featured Wallace Bowden returning to help Firehouse 51. That could mean Damon is out for the April 23 episode, but it's an important night for other primary characters. Paramedics Lizzie Novak, Jocelyn Houdin, and Violet Mikami, Hanako Greensmith, are also back after being out during Episode 18. Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 19 Synopsis. Severide investigates an old house fire from 10 years back in which Kidd had responded. Carver and Violet search for a mystery medic who abandoned a victim. Novak looks for a roommate, reads the synopsis for the April 23 Chicago Fire episode. Having Carver and Violet working on something together should be fun. We haven't seen much from Carver since he returned from a rehab stint. The case that involves Van Meter is also teased in the synopsis, likely leading Severide to pose some questions to the captain. TV promo for the Chicago Fire April 23 episode, Permanent Damage. Below is the TV promo for the new Chicago Fire episode. As a reminder, it debuts at 9/8 on Wednesday, April 23. We see Violet and Novak in action, and later Violet and Carver in a dangerous situation. Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 19 Images. Below are some additional scenes from the new Chicago Fire episode. In the first one, we see firefighters Sam Carver and Darren Ritter on a call. Van Meter's presence always means one thing: fire was no accident. Given Severide's expertise in arson cases, this storyline will likely bring back the procedural intensity that defined earlier seasons. The synopsis reveals that Severide is re-examining a decade-old house fire, one that Stella Kidd once responded to. This suggests a personal connection, possibly dredging up unresolved trauma or professional doubts. Given Kidd's history with dangerous fires, including the one that nearly killed her in Season 10, revisiting this case could force her to confront past demons. Meanwhile, Severide may uncover discrepancies in the original investigation, leading to tension with Van Meter, who isn't known for appreciating outside interference. Could this case reveal corruption, or will it simply test Severide's instincts versus official reports? Carver and Violet's mystery medic hunt. One of the most intriguing subplots involves Carver and Violet teaming up to track down a medic who abandoned a victim. This storyline could serve multiple purposes. Character growth for Carver. Since returning from rehab, Carver has been relatively quiet. This mission could reignite his sense of justice, reminding viewers why he became a firefighter in the first place. Violet's leadership. Violet has grown into a confident paramedic, but chasing down a rogue medic will test her resolve. If this medic has a personal connection to her or Chief Robinson's team, the emotional stakes rise. Dangerous consequences. The promo hints at Carver and Violet in peril, suggesting their investigation takes a violent turn. Will this bring them closer, or will it expose unresolved tensions? Novak's roommate search, a lighter subplot. In contrast to the heavier arcs, Novak's search for a roommate could provide much-needed levity. Given her recent struggles with confidence and her dynamic with the team, this could be a chance for her to bond with someone new, possibly even setting up a new recurring character for Season 14. However, Chicago Fire rarely lets comedic moments stay light for long. Could her new roommate have a hidden past? Or will this subplot tie into another character's storyline unexpectedly? The aftermath of Damon's injury. Jack Damon's severe injury in Episode 18 leaves his future uncertain. If he's absent from this episode, Severide may grapple with guilt, especially if Damon's condition worsens. Given their complicated brotherly bond, Severide could be torn between focusing on the arson case and supporting Damon. Alternatively, Damon's absence might push Severide to throw himself into work, further straining his relationship with Stella if she feels he's avoiding family issues. Bowden's continued influence. Wallace Bowden's return in episode 18 was a welcome sight, and his presence likely continues in Permanent Damage. As Firehouse 51's anchor, Bowden could play a key role in mediating conflicts, especially if Severide's investigation clashes with OFI's authority. Predictions for the episode's climax. Given the promo's glimpses of danger, here's what might unfold. Severide versus Van Meter. If the old fire case reveals negligence or cover-ups,